I feel like I have to sneeze. Nope, maybe not. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope that your day is going well. Hope that you're doing well. Today we're going to listen to the Waterboys. We're going to listen to their song, The Whole of the Moon. This is off their album, This Is the Sea, which was released in 1985. So, the Waterboys. I don't think I know anything from this band. I've seen them pop up every once in a while in the recommendations. I've heard a lot of good things about this song. Another one, I think it was called The Fisherman's Blues or something like that. It had fisherman in the title. So I figured, you know what? Let's give a listen to the Waterboys. I don't know who they are, or what they do, but very soon we're going to find out. Hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you as always for being here in the first place. Do you guys like the lights in the back? You can't really see it back here on this side, but you got some lights and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of cool. It's just a little spicing up, a little bit of spicing up. Soon, whenever I save, I'll have a turntable over here. And maybe we can listen to some of these records we got back here on the channel. But for now, let's get into it with the Waterboys. This is The Whole of the Moon. Not half, not a crescent, the whole thing. Let's go.
You had
Not a bad introduction to the band. Okay, so this is like very well orchestrated pop, which I'm getting a lot of feeling of this type of music like from the 80s. Because it doesn't have the rawness that you would hear perhaps from a band of the same ilk in the 70s. However, it's a more polished, like I said, almost more well orchestrated sound. And speaking of well orchestrated, when I'm looking at the personnel list, there's a lot of people on this particular track. It looks like there's a decent amount of people on here. Besides just the main band, which from what I'm looking at is Mike Scott on vocals, guitar, piano, synth, like a lot. Anthony Thistlethwaite, that's kind of a cool name. On the saxophone, the double bass, normal bass, mandolin, and then Carl Wallinger on bass, synth, piano, organ. Like, everyone is doing a lot. And that's just the three members there. Besides that, in this track, let me pull it back up here, you have Chris Whitten on the drums, Martin Ditcham on percussion. I'm sorry, actually, I'm reading this completely wrong. Hold on. Let me back up. Yeah, I got this right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. And then Carl, we got him. Roddy Lorimer on trumpet, Mike Scott, and then Mick Glossop. Like, we have a lot of people on here. So there's a nice, dense sound to this, you know? And getting to the end of the track, where the vocals kind of release just a little bit more, it reminded me of the way that the vocals are, for lack of a better word, released and powered up to an extent, as from the Blue Nile, the Downtown Lights, in the final verse of that song, the way that he just rings out like, I don't even remember the words, but that's really cool. That's great. And then you also have some really nice bass playing in here that kind of gets a little more spiced up as the song goes. But I feel like as far as it goes, like, this is a song that you either like this kind of 80s pop or you don't. You know, I don't think that if you don't like 80s pop, this is not going to change your mind. However, if you do enjoy this kind of sound, I think this is another one that you can toss into your catalog, into your playlist, if you will. So, like, if we pull up here, I really enjoy the singing from, pull up the names again, I'm so sorry. Where did my, oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Mike Scott. Okay, so Mike Scott is singing here. So I like Mike Scott's voice. I'm just going to compare it once again to the Blue Nile. It doesn't have the same suave, for lack of a better word, as the lead singer, whose name I'm conveniently forgetting right now, does over there. Man, I'm really forgetting his name. But it does have a certain kind of texture to it. And I do enjoy that a lot, the way he sings it here. With a little bit of bravado, you know? But at the same time, a little bit of humbleness, especially when you get into the lyrics, which I really do like as well. But this thing just moves really well. This is just a very well put together song. I don't think it's the deepest thing. I don't think there's a ton to really get into it with here musically, besides how well everything comes together. This would be a great live show to see. This would be a great song to see perform, just the way the piano, the bass, the drums, you know, the singing comes together. Everything's involved. The horns especially, that's a nice little treat, especially when it gets into the first break there. That's kind of unexpected, you know? Just adds another layer into the song. So I like all the elements. It's not one that, like, I love, admittedly. I don't love this track, but it's definitely a very enjoyable one. Let's talk about the lyrics, though, which I thought were pretty nicely written. I pictured a rainbow, you held it in your hands. I had flashes, but you saw the plan. I wandered out in the world for years while you just stayed in your room. I saw the crescent, you saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. So one thing I like is contrasting lyrics, comparing lyrics, especially when it's like from one perspective, how someone sees something, and from another perspective, how someone else sees something. So throughout the whole song, that's kind of what we're getting. We're getting a difference in people's perspectives, these two people. He says, I wandered out in the world for years while you just stayed in your room. But what's the difference in the mindset? Well, I saw the crescent, you saw the whole of the moon. You know, he only saw one part, while this other person saw the whole thing. As he even says, I had flashes, but you had the plan. Then the chorus, you were there in the turnstiles with the wind at your heels. You stretched for the stars, and you know how it feels. To reach too high, too far, too soon, you saw the whole of the moon. Okay, so with just those lyrics, I'm getting the idea of Icarus. Someone who's reached way perhaps out of their league in a sense, maybe, perhaps to their downfall, they've reached for a certain dream and, it didn't end up going the right way. They reached too far. It's almost like Shine On You Crazy Diamond by Pink Floyd. And, oh man, I'm forgetting the line right now. But they basically say something along the lines of, you reach for the, what's the word they use? I could look it up really quick, but I'm not going to. We're going to rely upon my memory, which is not the best thing to rely on. You reach for the secret too soon. That's what they said. And I think that's a great line. It's like an Icarus complex. I was grounded while you filled the skies. I was dumbfounded by truth. You cut through lies. I saw the rain-dirty valley. You saw Brigadoon. I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon. These are just really great lines, And he's almost paying a respect or a homage to this other person. He's admitting, you know what? I didn't see the whole picture. I only saw this part, but you were able to see past that. You saw all these other things. Now, when he says, I saw the rain-dirty valley, you saw Brigadoon, I have no idea what the heck Brigadoon is. So let's take a look and Google that. So Brigadoon is a musical. Is that perhaps what he's talking about? I thought it would have been a place. Let's see. It may actually be a place. So it's a musical. It features two American tourists who stumble upon Brigadoon, a mysterious Scottish I just combined the words. Scottish village that appears for only one day every 100 years. It's kind of interesting. Tommy, one of the tourists, falls in love with Fiona, a young woman from Brigadoon. It's kind of an interesting idea. Now, I would like to see scenery of what this Brigadoon place is supposed to look like. So let's just go to Google Images really quick. It seems like a very green, hilly, mountainous, beautiful region from what I'm seeing here. One of the pictures here has like ruins of a castle or a fort. There's like a little rainbow and it's by the sea. It's a little home by the sea. Seems like a kind of cool place. Okay. Seems like a fantastical place. So he's saying that he saw like this dirty valley and this other person, they saw Brigadoon, this, I'm assuming, paradise-like kind of place. Let me get back to the lyrics here. I spoke about wings, you just flew. I love that. He just talked about dreams. He just talked about having wings. And this other person, they just flew. Not even a thought. I wondered, I guessed, and I tried. You just knew. I sighed. But you swooned, I saw the crescent, you saw the whole of the moon. There's some nice lyrics going on here. Now the question is, who exactly is it about? Who is he talking about? Is it based on a true person? Based on something else? Either way, whoever he's talking about, he pays a lot of respect and love towards them. So I think that's really nice the way that that's written out. So yeah, good song. Let me know what you guys thought of it, of course. Maybe we'll listen to that Fisherman one that I also saw recommended every once in a while. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments. You can also follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. You can do so much with whatever you got. But I'm glad that you spent some time here. Hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you did, maybe you can come back tomorrow. I mean, not even a maybe. Just come back. I'll be here. Will you? We'll see. But hope to see you then. And I will talk to you later. Bye.